Hey guys, my name is Stephon, and I'm a huge wrestling fan, and this is the Wrestling Hajj uh, journal. It's the journal, my journal entries of my pilgrimage through the wrestling world. I've been a wrestling fan all my life. Went to a bunch of events, and seeing as it's so easy, modern technology has advanced so much. I decided I was going to chronicle my journey through video. So whenever I go to an event, I'm gonna make a journal. This is my first one. It's okay. It's not all that good. I didn't get as much stuff as I wanted to, but I'm going to take you through my journey to Raw 1000, all the memorabilia I might have got, who I might have seen, who I might have talked to, and my experiences. So let me and also one day when I go to the wrestling Mecca, hopefully the one journey that every fan should be able to take at least one time in their life, Wrestlemania, I'm going to chronicle that too, and past that. Anytime I go to an event, I'm going to make one of these journals and one of these blogs. I'm gonna start. Right now, you're looking at my ticket stub from the show, Raw Super Show 1000th episode, Raw 1000, Scott Trade Center. You can see there's no section listed. That's because I was in the press box. I got a picture at the end of this showing what it looked like from my view. I had standing room only tickets. I got one of the last 10 tickets. I had on my Hulk Hogan shirt when I went to Snooks. One of the security guards saw me, asked me if I was going to the event. It was bright yellow, so he saw me. I said, no, I'm not going. He said, well, I got my, I said, isn't it sold out? He said he got his ticket Tuesday. I figured there must be some tickets. I got up early Friday morning, went to lift weights at the high school I used to play football at. They weren't there, so I had to. So I left, walked to the I got a bean pie, went to the Scott Trade Center, walked from there from the gas station on Jefferson to the Scott Trade Center. Got there right when it opened at 10. I heard the lady talking about 10 left. I got one of the last 10 tickets. That's my most exciting ticket buy story ever. So that's the story of how I got my ticket. Definitely, I didn't think I'd be in town. I thought I'd be going back to Columbia. I lived in Columbia from 2007 to 2011. Thought I'd be back there, and I would have gotten this phone call I'm expecting from Mizzou football, but I didn't. So I went ahead and got a ticket because I was still in town. It was a blessing. Anyway, what you're looking at right now is my bag that I used to carry my stuff in. I got down to the event around 1 o'clock in the day. I used this Nike bag. I got some sparkling waters. I had that bean pie. If you don't know what bean pie is, Nation of Islam sells it. I'm not a Nation of Islam member. But anyway, bean pies are good. Bean pies are real good. So I had a bean pie in there. I had some chocolate chip cookies. And like I said, I had my waters and I had my ticket too. So that's the bag that I had. And I went down to Union Station about 12. I thought there'd be a lot of people down there, somebody around Keener Plaza. It's stuff all around downtown where they usually hold events. There wasn't anything that I could find, but the wrestlers stayed at the Marriott that was connected to Union Station. So when I got there, the only one I saw Booker T. He walked right past me. I didn't get his autograph. He looked like he was in a rush. I know that's pitiful. I should have had a picture and an autograph to put on this blog. But like I said, next blog is going to be better. I'm going to have pictures. I'm going to have autographs, stuff like that. But I saw him. I saw Matt Stryker. I saw DDP flanked by security. I heard Bret Hart was in the mall. That would have been a dream to meet him. I didn't get to. It's okay, though. One of these days. But I'm glad I know that they stay at the Marriott, and that's where they'll be for future events. Anyway, I stayed down at Union Station, talked to people. I talked to a guy from Indianapolis, his wife and his kid. He was real cool. He came in from Indianapolis to watch the event. I talked to a guy from two guys from SMS, Southwest Missouri State, or Missouri State now. We talked about football, talked about Missouri State football, how bad it was, and we talked about wrestling. They were actually looking to go to Justin LaBar's Chair Shot reality show, which I was interested in, but I couldn't find any events listed since the Stranglehold is no longer on the air, the local radio show, and there's really no local wrestling website to like it used to be some years ago, where you could find all the events that were going on. So anyway, I talked to them up until about 5 o'clock. I headed down to Scott Trade Center. I was one of the first people in the line on the side entrance, but because of the Batman shooting, they wouldn't let you in with a bag. Now, people had purses and stuff like that, but this bag, this little shoulder bag here, it was supposedly outlawed. All I had in it was a Bible, my keys, and that's about it. But they weren't even checking bags. They were doing metal detectors, but they said no bag at all, which is against how they usually handle things, and was a great inconvenience. I heard that they eventually start letting people in with bags, but I went around to the front entrance. I went through the front entrance, and the lady was nicer. She just checked the bag. She said that they weren't supposed to allow people with bags, so don't carry it on your shoulder. You know, yeah, that was a huge inconvenience. That was a hell of a thing. It was really ignorant. I thought, you know, you can't just do stuff like that on a whim. I didn't think the metal detector thing was too ridiculous, but you know, just talking about no bags when you usually let people in with bags, you know, was out of control. Anyway, when I got in, I haven't had bought any wrestling merchandise in years. So I saw this limited edition DX shirt. I knew that it'd probably be on WWEshop.com like 24 hours later, which it was. As you can see, you saw the front, you see the back. It says 7/23/2012, St. Louis, Missouri. I was there. I got this shirt. I'm not sorry for buying it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool, you know, commemorating a really cool moment in wrestling history. So I went ahead and picked it up. You know, the DX reunion, I thought it looked really cool too, so I got it because of that. I knew that they would have it on the website probably, you know, seconds later, like they always do. Say it's a limited edition and have it right on the website. The only difference is that it won't have this I was there on the back. That's the only difference. So, you know, anyway, a lie as usual. Anyway, but I had to choose between I got this other shirt. I was only gonna spend $50 or so. I got this other shirt, this Randy Orton shirt, and that's my favorite guy right now. Him and CM Punk, because well, he's my favorite because he's the hometown guy. It's kind of a tie, but you know, you can't go with Chicago over St. Louis. Never. I can't do that. Even though it might be a little bit more of an advanced, well, a lot more of an advanced city and stuff like that. You know, never. I can't go with Chicago over St. Louis. So I got the Randy Orton. I'll get to CM Punk eventually, but I really wanted this shirt and I thought it was going off the market, so I got it. I went from the merchandise line, had to take the elevator all the way up to the press box. Took the elevator up, got off at the 300 level, which is the top level. Found out I had to go all the way up to the press box level. Went up there, wasn't all that bad because there's really no bad seat in the house. I missed a part of the Superstars, Tyler Rex and Hawkins versus somebody, and then I missed a little bit of the Mike McGillicuddy versus Zack Ryder match, but I saw the end of it, so that was all good. Watched Raw. Undertaker got the biggest pop of the night. Crowd was live all night. It wasn't quite like a Wrestlemania crowd or an international crowd, but it was a good crowd. So it was a good night. I thought of wrestling. St. Louis is a good wrestling city. I left out. I wanted to get a picture of the set. I couldn't do that because I left out through the stairs. I didn't want to wait for the elevator again. But when I left out, I met two guys from the local scene. What you're looking at here is the Missouri Wrestling Revival, a guy named Brian Kelly who ran the website, and a wrestler named Dan Walsh who gave me this info about the Dynamo Pro Wrestling GCW reunion show. I watched GCW as a kid. Evan Bourne and a bunch of guys. I got some ECW autographs there, and saw RVD and Balls Mahoney and New Jack and a bunch of people at GCW shows. That used to be the local promotion, but I saw them outside. Dan Walsh and those guys were great guys. The Dynamo. So it's good to talk wrestling with the local guys and to figure out that there was a website for local wrestling events. The Missouri Wrestling Revival. I got this free T-shirt. I made 2 new friends in the wrestling community, so I'm going to tap into those and start trying to get into the local scene. But anyway, after that I went on home. So that's basically the story of my trip to Raw 1000. My experience, the stuff I bought, the stuff I picked up, who I met, the events of the night, all the trouble I had with my bag. I forgot to tell you, I thought about tucking it in. I tried thought about tucking it in my groin and stuff like that because it was so small, but I didn't want to have one of those little metal prongs go off and be embarrassed. So I went ahead and walked around. That was a hell of a thing. So I was thinking all kinds of ways to sneak it in, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that ended up working out. I got 2 new wrestling shirts. Haven't gotten any memorabilia in a long time. And I learned more about the local wrestling scene. So Raw 1000 was a great show. I thought it could have been a little better. They could have done just a few more things a little better. It would have been a great show. Maybe had some better matches or something. You know, but it was a good show overall. I can't complain too much. It was a real fun night. It was some great surprises with the APA and Dude Love. It was a good deal. I was disappointed not to see Stone Cold though. But that was my night at Raw 1000. I'll be chronicling all my future journeys. Thank you guys for tuning in.